What's your Tyler back? My Raw review for June 16th, 2025, and I had no fucking words about this episode of Raw. I mean, no, it wasn't bad, but what? Anyways, it was in the Retro Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I mean, we have another legend coming back, and I have no idea why this is happening. Oh wait, we'll get to that. But anyways, now Pat McAfee was not on this show again, and instead it's Corey Graves, which whatever. I don't care about Corey Graves anyways. Anyways, we started with Liv Morgan address her attack on Nikki Bella, and they showed what happened last week, and saying which worse is eel to Nikki. But she's the first and only 4-time women's tag team champion. And yeah, you're also the reason why some wrestlers have turned heel also. Then Io comes out, and then Io attacks. Well, they have another scuffle, and then Io attacks Liv and Dom also. Yeah. So anyways. Let's just talk about the rat. Yeah, that was the first part of Raw. Ignore that. First up is the first round Queen of the Ring tournament match, and as soon as who's returning and going to win this, it's obvious Asuka's going to win, but I'd rather have Asuka versus Charlotte. If they would have just rehearsed the bracket size, that should have been the finals. But no, it's gonna be Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. Gee, I wonder who was gonna win that on Friday. Still, glad to see Asuka back. She got her old theme song back, which is much better to hear than her other song. Which that song wasn't as bad as as it is, but still, her song she came back with is better than that, but still, yeah. Raquel was gonna win it until Rhea pulls her out of the ring and attacks her. So the Rhea Judgment Day nonsense is back again, but doesn't look like it's going to be. But yeah, Asuka won, which was kind of obvious. Give it a 3 out of 5. Asuka cut a decent promo, and you know what? I'd rather have her win this tournament than fucking Jade Cargill, honestly. But anyways. And then speaking of the fucking Finn Balor and others, talk about what happened. And then Gunther comes out, talk about winning his world title back. Yada, yada, yada. And then Goldberg makes his first appearance on Raw since in 4 years. Yeah. He says Gunther's next on Saturday's main event. Look, I love Goldberg, but does he really need another title match? I mean, he's going to retire anyway, so fine. I mean, it's Goldberg. I mean, but why? And then with AJ Styles defeating Jay McDonald. Can AJ Styles face anybody else besides the fucking Judgment Day? He seriously needs to go back to SmackDown. I mean, was it a good match? Yes, but 3 out of 5 I'll give it. And it was announced that AJ will face Dominic later on in the show at Night of Champions. Anyway, Sheamus is warming up with, and then yada yada yada. And then Bayley comes out, talk about what happened. She got taken out before WrestleMania, when Becky took her spot, and then Becky comes out. And I think that match was, and then they brawl afterwards, and there's that. That match is officially announced for, I don't know, I think it was for the Evolution pay-per-view, and then Jey Uso is about, and gets an interview and talks about, what happened since losing the World Heavyweight Championship, and that, let me see. Oh no, it's next week. My bad. Next week. Then Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan have their match, and Liv Morgan got injured during this match. What happened? Sane quickly takes her down, and with a dragon screw, and Morgan immediately gets down on the ring and grabs her shoulder, and the ringside doctors check on her, and the match was called off. How the fuck you botch a dragon screw? A dragon screw is you grab the leg, you flip over on your back. No, Liv Morgan decided to botch it and fall on her face and cause her shoulder to get injured. They talk about what happened last week where CM Punk challenged John Cena to a match at Night of Champions, and R-Truth will face John Cena on Friday, which, okay, at least Cena was not on this show, so there's that. Sami Zayn gets interviewed until Karrion Kross, walks up to him, and there's that. And then we get the main event for the King of the Ring tournament first round match. Again, this is not how you do a fucking tournament. Tournaments are one-on-one first round matches, not 3 or 4 ways, for fuck's sake. Jey Uso won, defeating Rusev, Sheamus, and Bronson Reed, because LNA and others came in to attack the rest of the field. Well, it's mostly Braun Breaker getting involved in, and mostly that LNA comes in and attacks them, and then afterwards Seth Rollins was going to attack Jey Uso until Cody Rhodes stops him, and they stare each other down, and Rollins left the ring, and Cody and Jey stare down. They'll face off next week in the semifinals next week. It was an okay main event, but it's still a 2 out of 5. Yeah. It was, nothing like bad on the show like last week, but B- I'll give it this time. Yeah. Yeah, B-, I'll give it. Tomorrow will be the Fair movie review. John Cena plays a bull in that. Wednesday will be the final showdown before Deception, where you will see a different entrance stage. Well, I won't tell you, because I'm not spoiling you it. And then Thursday, my Say show, you will see King of the Ring 2000. They have King of the Ring 2000 on there. So subscribe to notification on that one, so you will see that review on Thursday. What else? Saturday will be Deception, and then at some point I will do a video on the many downfalls on Baron Corbin on my Wrestling Dumpster Fires. And yeah. Also, they took the belt off of Jey Uso just to do Gunther and Goldberg because the title needs it, because they're going up against that AEW pay-per-view. Whatever. Again, I don't mind Goldberg, but he's not in his fucking prime anymore. All due respect to Bill. And fuck Bret Hart for saying he was unsafe. Fuck him. Sorry about that little rant I did, but anyways, like this video, comment, also subscribe to this channel here, click the notification bell, and you know about my singer channel, subscribe and click the notification bell on that one, so January 2000 will be on there by Thursday. And there, bye-bye.